How to add value to your property. On this video, I'm going to be sharing 9 key ways to add value so that when Mr. Surveyor comes out, he gives you the valuation you want. I'm Simon, and today I'm going to be breaking down 9 key ways to add value to your property so that when the valuer comes out, you get the revaluation, i.e. you add the value to the property so that the surveyor comes out, gives you the all thumbs up, and then you're able to pull money out, BRRRR, and recycle and go again. So these things are absolutely key. And if you don't get this right, you may find yourself hitting a brick wall before you've even got started. I speak to so many of you, so many people that said, you know, I had X amount of money, but now my equity's locked in. So don't scrimp and save. Don't mess this up. And any questions you've got, feel free to comment below. If you're brand new to the channel and this all sounds good, make sure you subscribe and of course, like this video so that other people can see it. It really, really helps grow the channel and it helps with the algorithm. So point number 1, the kitchen. I mean, let's be honest, the kitchen is the heart of the whole property. You know, I spend so much time in my kitchen, you know, doing a little cook, a little bit of a vibe. It should be the center, the pinnacle of the house. And therefore, when the surveyor comes out, he's going to want to see a nice, modern, sparkling, fresh kitchen. And if you've just had a bit of an old rubbish kitchen, you can really add massive value. And you know, the rule of thumb is for every £1 you spend on a property, you want to add £3 in value. So in other words, if you get a kitchen for 3 grand, it could add as much as 9 grand, if not more, to the property. Top tip, if you have done something like a kitchen, make sure you show the valuer how it looked before. So make sure that you've got before pictures, but I'll talk about that later. Number 2, bathrooms. Once again, everybody loves a modern bathroom. And when I go to view properties to purchase, I love an avocado bathroom, you know, some old, rusty, nasty bathroom with carpets that hasn't been looked at for 20 years. In fact, I actually went to view my childhood home a few months ago. We moved out 25 years ago and it still had the same bathroom in. So that to me is a gold mine, massive value to be added. Once again, spend £1, add £3 of value. So if you spend a couple grand, you know, you might add 6 grand plus to the value of your property depending on where you are based. Number 3 is if you can create more space through manipulating the layout, you know, i.e. a loft conversion, or maybe you move things around, you move the bathroom from A to B and then create an extra space, that is a huge way of adding value. In fact, I know people in London that have changed a 2-bed to a 3-bed and they are adding hundreds of thousands of pounds to the value of the house in the right location, because valuers tend to value properties based on the bedroom amount. So if you can turn a 1 to a 2, a 2 to a 3, a 3 to a 4, that's really, really good. Number 4 is en-suites. Everyone loves an ensuite. So if you've got a big bedroom and you see the potential to add an ensuite, that can add some serious value to the property. And especially if you end up going down the HMO route, because as you know, HMO ensuite rooms are extremely sought after and you will get some big rental returns, which will of course come full circle and affect the revaluation. Next is cosmetics. It's obvious. And the good thing about cosmetics is it's not the most expensive thing. It's not like a kitchen or bathroom. It's a lick of paint. It's maybe some new carpets. It's maybe some woodwork done, you know, doors, skirting boards. So if you want to get those things right, this can be the biggest and easiest way to add value. Freshen the property up. Okay, so I'm talking about painting and decorating. I'm talking about feature walls, carpets, woodwork. A great way to add value for very little money. In fact, I remember actually, I viewed a property, it was probably a year before, okay? And somebody'd gone into the property, it was too much at the time. Somebody'd purchased it and all they'd done was paint and decorate it, chucked it back on the market for 20 grand more. So it can be powerful, powerful stuff. Number 6, curb appeal. The first thing that the valuer or anybody sees when they look at your house. So I'm talking about the front door, the windows, the woodwork, not the woodwork, sorry, the brickwork, the drive, the gravel, the weeds that are outside the front of the property. Don't be afraid to invest a little bit to tidy them up, because that's the first impression and it can seriously add value. And a little hack here is, if you've not got a massive budget, you don't necessarily have to spend thousands on this. I've actually heard of PVC spray. You can change a whole door for a couple £100, and that would give the illusion that you've added £1,000 or more of value. Same with the windows. So a lot of this stuff you can hack. You don't have to spend huge amounts of money. You just have to give the impression that it's been improved, and the valuer will hopefully see that and increase your value. Number 7 is garden. During COVID, people have really appreciated their garden. In fact, I didn't have a garden for most of COVID and I was pulling my hair out. I had to go outside, find a local park just to have a barbecue. So what's happened is valuers are telling me that properties are selling so much quicker and for more with a garden, especially in the London area where garden space is rare. So you want to make sure that you transform that garden into another living space and you can add massive value. Number 8 is structural soundness. And this is a funny one because you kind of presume that the house is going to have a roof. Okay, you presume that it's not going to have any dampness. But if any of those issues are a problem, they create a massive issue. So you need to make sure that you take care of these. And if you can show the valuer, hey, we've invested 10 grand in a roof, it will add massive value, absolutely, without a doubt, even though the consumer would just be like, yeah, whatever. So make sure that you don't neglect the structural bits and bobs. It really, really will help, especially if you're going to hold on to the property. We recently did it. We're holding on to this property for 20 years. So we've changed part of the roof. We managed to get a good up value, but we did it because we don't want no leaks, okay? And that's absolutely key. And last but not least, electrics and gas, the main essential services. So once again, if you've got a really old boiler in a property, then it's probably a good idea for you to renew it. And when you show the valuer, yeah, we've done a new boiler or we've done a new rewire, it's more evidence that you've invested money, which justifies that the value should increase. And that's a key point, okay? If you've only spent a few grand, don't expect to get 80 grand more 6 months later, okay? You're gonna need to actually document this. And what I like to do is I create a very, very small pack, which is just enough to let the valuer know what it looked like before, what it looks like now, a list of works that we've done, okay? A list of works we've done with the prices and some comparables, and I hand that over politely, just enough for them to have the intel, but not so much that they think that you're doing their job for them. So I hope that's useful. These were the 9 ways to add value to your property. If you found this good, if you've got some value from this, please make sure you subscribe, like this video, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video.